it did irk me. In my final thought, it did irk me with how Pat Mahomes reacted, more so
Yeah.
how he reacted to Josh Allen. That wasn't fair to Josh Allen. Josh
No.
Allen has been nothing but a very, I don't want to say good loser because you don't like to lose, but a respectable guy when the
Yeah.
Bills have lost those
He
games.
he
And
doesn't he's not very outward with his person. He's so not outward with his personality that it comes around to having a personality. And a big part of that is the
yes,
chief is like the Bills
1000%.
other characters and the Bills social media team. That kind of helps him in a way. It's not like a guy like Herbert who's kind of saddled with his team. Is I shouldn't say that. The team's trying their best, but they need a new head coach. I'm off the train with Staley. If they lose to if they
I,
whoever they're playing, if they lose to Vegas this week without Herbert, time to go. I'm done. This is
I,
stupid.
I would, I was shocked he was not fired immediately. I think his saving grace is that Herbert got hurt, but the Chargers were never in that game. There is something way, way, way wrong in LA. And oh, they got Kellen Moore. The Chargers offense is going to be great. Has
Oh,
not looked great. Oh, they lost Mike Williams. Well, he's lost Mike Williams, I think, every season he's been in the NFL because Mike Williams, unfortunately, can't stay healthy. Brandon Staley is the defensive coordinator, and that defense is putrid. I do think they will lose the Raiders. But I also now kind of think that Staley won't be fired till after the season
no,
because
he
it
won't.
looks like
He won't.
Herbert is done for the year.
Yeah.
It has not officially been announced, but it looks like he has a fractured finger that
It,
he'll end
it
up on
would
the
not be
IR.
fair. It would not be fair to the rest of the team if they just cut that the leader they've had all season, give him at least a chance to end it, and then we'll go from there.
There,
Yeah.
Mitch.
Go
Before we
ahead.
go on, quick, there was a talking point that was mentioned yesterday on a couple of different shows.
Oh, okay.
More specifically, the Bill Simmons podcast. If you're the Chargers, do you look to one of the top three teams in the draft to trade Justin Herbert for the top one of the top three picks?
Mm, I don't know. This might just be a coaching situation. If you can get an offensive mind that can really turn that offense into a juggernaut, then possibly. But
Can, I've said it now for 2 years. Can we pump the brakes then on Justin Herbert being this elite quarterback?
no,
Because we
no,
can't pump the brakes.
no, no. He's still got the tangible. He's still got the talent. He can put up the numbers. The team just can't win the games.
To me, he is not your top five NFL quarterback. And I think if you're going to say he's top 10, I think he's at 9 or 10. I don't
Mm,
believe in Justin Herbert right now. I think he's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not. Would I take him in Cleveland before we got Flacco, who looks rejuvenated? Yeah. I I just don't know if he's the guy in terms of being the all-touring franchise quarterback. Just like I know I'm in the minority here, and this has nothing to do with Sunday's game. Just like I am not completely sold on Trevor Lawrence being a top five NFL quarterback. I just, and if you want to fight me on that, you can. But all I would tell you is go to Pro Football Reference, enter Trevor Lawrence, compare his stats with Mac Jones, and oh wow, they're very similar.
oh well, I'm jury's still out for me on Trevor Lawrence. I know he had a bad game yesterday or Sunday, but I'm jury's still out on him even more so than Herbert, even though him and Herbert are pretty similar on the league's passing rankings right now. Lawrence is listed at 9 in passing yards. Herbert's at 11. Hurts is only at Jalen Hurts is only at 10. So it's not like everybody loves to tout up Jalen Hurts because his team wins all the time. If Herbert was in the same situation, we'd be saying the same thing about Herbert. The guy is a good quarterback. The guy can play. Just needs a guy who can help him out on offense, and they need some defensive coordinator that can take all the way all the slack from the offensive coordinator head coach. That's what we need. That's what they need. I don't say we. I'm not a Chargers fan, but that's what they need. I did send you a thing though that when the podcast with, and it's an update on our Herbert talk. Justin Herbert's is out for the rest of the season with season-ending surgery, according to Brandon Staley. So get rid of the head coach. I don't mean to be mean, but God, this is just reboot in LA. Reboot. Anyway.